Hi, I'm Duncan Bravo with the, what was it? SoCal Focus Show. Sorry. We were just involved in a discussion during the break, and I'm so, thinking about so many different things. One of the things that came up during the break, Andy was talking about construction and the let's say, well, I'm going to let you talk because you were already on track. So go ahead.
I was on subject.
Yeah.
We were talking about some of the problems when you guys have lending and stuff into the houses, and all of the hidden things that can happen in some of the older homes, especially in Southern California. We have so many properties that have changed from one zoning to another, and some of these have actually gone from commercial to residential and the other way around. And you have incidents where illegal construction has taken place, and some things aren't up to the the UBC codes, and you end up with problems down the road. Roof rafters changed. They'll put terracotta shingles and never support the roof to handle the different weight, and you end up with problems down the line. So we do a lot of stuff involved in that industry also. I've owned construction companies since I was in my late 20s, and I'm an AB general contractor in California, so we do general building and engineering. And so we investigate a lot of those things. And we work with a lot of the different loan brokers who make sure when you're buying your house, these guys know how to root these problems out and get involved and make sure that you're not buying something that's got a problem coming down in the future.
Right. And as a lender, too, we will make a loan on a house that has an unpermitted room addition, for example, but we won't give it any value because unless it's done right and legally, it can't contribute to the value aspect of the property.
Right. Yeah. Energy, you've probably seen some interesting things in real estate over time.
I pretty much have
seen
it
everything.
all, yeah. What in particular?
In terms of let's say additions, changes to properties, complications that might come up in the middle of escrow, what kind of things can happen and the solution that made everything work?
Well, to me, again, knowledge is power, applied knowledge is power, and so it's super important when you make an offer in a house and you get the offer accepted. According to the California Association of Realtors contract, you get a 17-day inspection period, and that 17-day is when the inspections galore can happen. Buyers have the right to access the house as much as they want and pay for whatever inspections they want. So at that time, I do encourage people to pull permits, to hire someone like Andy, to just get all, if you need a roofing specialist, a general inspection, a soil test, a structural engineer, whatever you want to get, that's the time to get it, because once you remove that contingency, you're saying that you're satisfied with the condition of the house and you want to move forward. And during that same 17-day contingency period, you also get your seller's disclosures, and the seller has the legal duty to tell you the history of the house. So they're going to give you a big packet of disclosures telling you repairs, problems, just whatever they know about the house that they think would be a concern to you. Even things like noise nuisances. Perhaps you live underneath a flight pattern where flights are, happening like right over your head, or you have a heavy metal band that rehearses Friday nights across the street. Your future buyer's gonna want to know. So during that inspection period, and you can shorten it right now. The market is really, really hot. We have multiple offers on pretty much everything that's priced well, and so one of the strategies that buyers are using is shortening up that inspection period to make the process go quicker, to give someone like Mike more time to work on the loan. When realtors use that whole 17 days, then usually you don't end up with the appraisal until around the end of that 17 days, right, when buyer and seller can agree to repairs or credits for repairs. So I encourage realtors to shorten it up if it feels comfortable with both sides, to help the lenders get their loans out on time. Right now, 30-day loans are really, really hard to close on time if you're doing a 17-day inspection. So there's a lot of strategies for buyers, but one of the important things I wanted to mention, because a lot of first-time buyers don't even realize, they can get pre-approved. They can go to someone like Mike, send them all of their financials. Mike will review and tell them if they're good to go now. And if they're not good to go now, he can give them tips on how to prepare themselves, whether to get their credit score up or whatever it is that's lacking. And then us as realtors, we work for the buyers for completely free. So you have a lot of buyers who are like, let me go to this open house and let me go to that open house. And you know what? You don't need to do that. You can put yourself in the hands of a competent realtor who will do everything for you, represent you on your contracts, make sure that you're getting your disclosures, make sure that your needs are taken care of. And guess what? As a buyer, you don't pay a penny. It is the seller who pays the commissions of both of the realtors. So that's also super important.
Yeah, definitely.
Good point.
Your website for the...
I have a few. I have homesbygarcia.com and Synergy Realty.
Right. Excellent. Andy, do you have a website?
Yes, it's kayandassociates.com, and it's
K-A-Y?
K-A-Y, yeah,
And Associates?
.com.
Excellent. And Mike, you have Mike for Loans?
MikeForLoans.com.
Excellent. Is there anything that's coming up in Southern California that you guys might want to highlight?
Well, I think the obvious is we're in springtime, and the home buying season is heating up, and people are coming off the fences with slightly higher interest rates, low inventory out there. Anything that's priced right is going to move quickly, and you're going to, like she said, receive multiple offers. So time is of the essence in real estate. It always has been. It always will be. And I think if someone's looking to buy a home, now is the time. Interest rates most likely will rise over the future, as well as home prices. So better off to be sooner rather than later. And a lot of people also don't know this. You can actually get a gift from a family relative for the down payment. If you're a little short of cash, maybe mom, dad, Uncle Harry, Aunt Clarice, whoever can loan you not loan you, but gift you the money. And we count that as down payment funds. We just simply need to source that they actually have the money, and they sign a gift letter over to you saying, I've gifted you this money, and suddenly you can find down payment.
Cool. So let's say if somebody just wants to get their first house, what kind of credit score should they have? What kind of down payment? What are the...
Well, there's a little bit of a myth in the industry now because of so many television commercials for companies like Credit Karma and others that promote getting your credit score from them. Unfortunately, that gives you a guidepost, but it's not the real credit score that the lenders use from the 3 credit bureaus that exist. So we're generally looking for people that have scores above 620. We can go lower than that with an FHA program, but for conventional financing, 620 and above is common. 660 is good. Anything in the 700s is excellent, and I even have clients who have in the low 800s from time to time. If you have a long-term credit history, you've managed your credit well, your scores can be as high as 820. So
wow. Cool. And then in terms of dollars, what do you see as being like the sweet spot in real estate these days as far as purchase price, and then what's the high end out there?
Well, we're seeing in our area, we're seeing home prices anything between 400 and 700 are just flying off the shelves for the most part. Then there's a little slowdown in that area of 800 to $1 million, but then it picks up again over $1 million. The move-up buyers, because now your first-time home buyers are pretty much gone. You got your move-up buyers coming up in the $1 million to $2 million range, and those homes are doing well indeed. So just that little niche of 800 to $1 million or just under $1 million, it's a little slow, but it's because everyone's raising their prices, their asking prices, I think, in this hot market.
Yeah, we're going into the summer, and things are definitely going to be hot.
Right.
Going back to the real estate school, generally, how long would somebody spend to learn from scratch, let's say, and then by the time they're actually licensed, what kind of time frame do you think?
Well, it varies. So you're talking about once you're licensed moving forward, or
Just from
the whole
scratch,
licensing
if somebody
process?
wanted to start from zero.
So if you start from zero and you do those 3 courses, the Bureau of Real Estate does require an 18-day period between those courses. So
There's a waiting period.
there is a waiting period between those 3 courses, and then you submit your application. It's taking the Bureau currently about between 4 and 6 weeks to process your application. But once they've processed your payment and your application, you can actually go online and schedule your test date. And depending on the time and the location, you can find test dates as soon as 1 week away and as far out as a few months away. So it's up to you. But once you purchase your courses, most schools give you 6 months to complete, if not a year. So so it's up to you. But I tell people, why wait? If there's like money on the table, why would you wait to collect it up, right?
Yeah.
So unless you have like a legitimate reason, which I don't know. I guess legitimate is everyone's perspective, but I think it's a hot market. It's a great time to enter in real estate, whether as a realtor or a buyer, or and if it's not residential, commercial, buy businesses, buy land, it's an asset for most people. They don't do a good job saving, but when you own real estate, your equity over time, it's a great example.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we're just about out of time, and so I'm just going to have a last little plug. If anybody's interested in real estate specifically, my email is gobravo1@gmail.com. That's GOBRAVO, the number 1, @gmail.com. I specialize in helping sellers sell property all over Southern California. I have some great friends and associates that I work with, pretty much a big team that's much bigger than what you see here, and we love to help people sell houses. So you can send me an email anytime, and I will be definitely quick to respond. Once again, Duncan Bravo, and thank you very much for watching.